You want a powerful, consistent golf swing? It starts with the wrists. Nick Faldo, Leadbetter, Nick Price did this specific drill. And it was the preset drill, presetting the wrists, okay? Presetting the wrists. The concept being that when we get these to where we need to be, right? We can then just focus on the rest of the swing without having to think about how the wrists are moving. Because the wrists really do correlate to how the club face moves. Whatever happens here is going to happen with the club face. So how we hinge the wrists, how we utilize them, is going to play a massive role. But this drill, the preset drill, and I hit so many golf balls like this, I cannot fathom enough how many golf shots I hit like this. And I thought it was great. I thought it was like, yeah, I'm getting myself into a good backswing here, able to deliver it down. But what happened is, with this preset, I was doing it incorrectly, especially for my golf swing type, because there are some pitfalls to doing it. One being, I actually lost the ability to have a normal takeaway. I started having to almost play like this because I'd get over the ball, and without doing this, I didn't know how to start my swing. So I would start my swing, then I would hinge the wrist, which would kind of pull me too much on the inside. So then I'd try and lift up, and I'd get into it was like a bag of spanners. And this has happened constantly over the years, and I've seen it happen with other people too. The other problem with this specific preset drill is the way the wrists are hinging and the way I'm parallel to my body all makes logical sense. But what actually happened is, because my arms are longer, especially than my height, as I make my swing, I was fighting the club getting laid off, okay? So then I'd be around here, again, causing compensations. Or I'd have to fight it. I'd have to manipulate, feeling like I was going up here. So then the other option is to just basically allow the wrists to hinge up this way, okay? Where we're hinging directly up. By doing this action, the idea is that I've elevated my arms, and from now I can make a nice big backswing, okay? But the problem with this specific movement in relation to where my body is, what that's going to do is actually cause my swing to be sort of too steep this way, which an open club face and is actually going to sort of encourage an over the top, or vice versa, where I know that and I'm not going to dip down too much on the inside. So there's this, which screws me up. There's this, which screws me up. And you think, well, why even bother with the drill at all? If you do it correctly, it is a fantastic way to get that aha feeling of what I want to be during the entire swing without having to worry or think too much about what the wrists are doing in the motion. It's a wonderful way just to keep rehearsing the swing when you do it correctly. The modification that we're going to do, we're sort of going to be Goldilocks. We're going to be somewhere in the middle. I'm going to allow my wrists just to hinge up on an angle here, sort of in between. We're not straight up, we're not to the side. And I'm not overly forcing that hinge. I'm not lifting it too high. It's almost like just halfway of my movement, just a little nudge of pushing this club down here. I'm staying relatively close to my body, but what's going to happen, this is my wrist preset. And I'm sort of pointing it on a 45-degree angle, if you will, right there to here, somewhere in the middle. And now, as I rotate behind, my club falls perfectly on plane, and it's much easier for me to deliver it back down. So when you rehearse this at home, yes, you want to get yourself in a good setup, good posture, all that kind of stuff, but just allow those wrists to fall up. Feel like the club is dipping down a bit on the butt of the club, about here, and then we make a backswing, and then you can keep just making swings all the way through. It starts to make the rest of the golf swing feel that little bit easier. But when you practice this, I wouldn't just hit hundreds of balls in a go doing this drill like I used to do and make the mistake of it to lose that takeaway. We're just trying to create awareness and an education. So when I perhaps do the drill for one shot, maybe 2. I'm now going to try and actually hit a full shot without doing the drill, but my intention is going to feel like I'm doing the same movement, and it's going to put me on the correct sort of plane and wrist pattern that I need for more power and consistency, and it will work for you too. Drills are always effective when you use them correctly. You don't want to overdo them, but blend them into real life scenarios. Remember, they're meant to bridge the gap from making a good golf swing where it counts the most on the golf course. So put it into your practice, even rehearse it at home without hitting shots, do it slowly, create some awareness, and you will be more consistent. Now, if you want to really develop the rest of your golf swing, this lesson is going to help you a great amount to have more rotation, more power, and freedom in your golf swing. See you next time.